Hi there, this is Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl 2. We are in an event today, and just looks like Raven is finishing up. And so give me just a minute. I'm going to pull myself up, get my comments ready, and sprinkle myself out. And if you're seeing this right now, likely is that you are seeing a replay. And so hashtag replay. Sew Glue and Cheryl 2. And let me know that you watched. And as you're coming in, say hi. Let me know that you're here. We are in an event today. We are in Creative Kinship's event group. And Raven, it looks like, is just finishing up. So while I am waiting for her to get share me in, let me sprinkle myself out here. Get everything. Come in, say hi. Let me know you're watching. Oh, sometimes it lets you do more than once, and today it is not letting me do more than one group. There we go. Okay, I'm just real quick gonna sprinkle myself out to a few of the places. And let's see if we can't get some people in here. Okay. Oh, hi. Hi, Christina. Thank you for letting... Oh, hi, Barbara. Welcome back in. Let me see. Did they get me shared into the group? Doesn't look like it yet, but she will. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Christina, for letting me know. And so, yes, we are in an event today. We are in Creative Kinship's event group. So if you aren't a part of that particular group, a member of that group, I think it's a free group, you can go in and become a member, and then you can refresh. So this is my first time with Creative Kinship's event group, and I'm so excited. I want to thank Tanya at Tanya's Crafting Creations and Raven at Craftifornia Dreamin', who are the admins for today's event. And I want to thank you for having me and allowing me to participate in this particular group. We started off at 2 p.m. Eastern with Tanya at Simply Monarch. And she had some really cool kits that she had put together for teachers and teacher gifts. So I thought that was pretty clever. I had a customer meeting, so I missed Trudy, but Trudy was Make It Personal Kettering by Trudy, so I'll have to go back and watch her replay after this whole event is all over. And then at 4 p.m. we had Crafting Art by Camille. She had she did a jean pocket, and she put magnets in it and made stuff to put into the jean pocket to go onto some of the lockers and stuff like that. So thank you, Raven. I appreciate you sharing me in. And then and Raven was just up, and she made a really cute pencil and like a piece of paper that were back to school. So the theme is back to school. So everything is back to school theme. Sorry, I didn't say that in the beginning. But and then so now I'm up. Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl 2. And if you're new to me, please, I would appreciate a like and a follow. And then after me is going to be Heather with Creating with Love and Grace. And so you can just refresh your group and be able to jump on and see her. After Heather is Karen with Magnolia on Madison Creations. And then we have Amy with Longbriar Cottage. And then after Amy is Art by Shirley Fannin, who Shirley is a longtime crafter. So I had to do a little bit of preparation for You have to go, but okay. No worries, Christina. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, Raven's pencil and paper were adorable. She had little faces on it. It was just cute, cute, cute. So I have to admit, I had to do quite a bit of research to try to decide what I was going to do, because I don't typically do back to school anymore, because my son is out of college. He's graduated, and so back to school is not a thing for me anymore. But I really I saw something on Pinterest that I thought was really, really cute, and I wanted to give it a shot. And I've always been interested in, I don't know if anybody has seen where you can take books and you fold the pages to kind of look like designs inside the book. And it's really, really neat. You can do it by folds, or you may have to cut some pages and things like that. But I thought that was really neat. And I have a couple friends that had done that before. But so this is kind of on that line. This is maybe what I consider maybe a beginner 101 type of thing, because I have not tried the book folding thing, but we're going to do something of that nature. So I went to the thrift store, and I found it's a paperback book, and it's an early reader type of book. So it's pretty easy. And so what we have to do is we have to remove the cover. I took the time to go ahead and remove the cover in advance, because I had to do it super slow and cautious. And so you've seen it, but you've not done it. Gotcha. Yeah. And so, here is the papers that we're going to use, and what we can do here is they suggest using this to create our template. So I'm just folding it so that I can draw on the white paper. And I am going to see, now we're going to try our hand at freehanding an apple shape. So in the end, we're going to cut the pages to look like the shape of an apple, and then we're going to glue it together so that it looks like an apple. And then I picked up some sticks, just some twigs off the ground, and so that's going to be my stem of my apple. And but we'll see. I have enough to do too, but we'll see if I can get it all done. So let's try seeing if I can get an apple shape. Now it looks more like a heart. Well, I guess maybe once I know. Well, that's what we have so far. But that would be like a half of an apple. Okay, so think about it that way. If you were to cut it and dissect it, well, maybe it's a quarter of an apple. I don't know, but this is what the instructions told me to do. Oh, you've done the Christmas trees. I think my mom used to take, now I'm kind of dating myself, but remember the Reader's Digest kind of magazines? My mom used to take those and fold those into Christmas trees and make really cool. So, yeah, that's very cool. Okay, so let me see if this will look like an apple by the time and I'm just using my cruddy old scissors to do this. So this is going to be my template, because there's lots of pages to cut, and we're going to see how many pages I can cut at one time with my X-Acto knife. But okay. All right. So now And I'm just going off of memory, folks. So this is brand new. All right, so we're kind of looking for the center of the book. Maybe about there. So, no, not quite center. Let's see if that's about center. Isn't it weird how it's like it's supposed to be center and it doesn't want to lay flat center? Well, I think that's going to work anyway. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I have this little self-healing pad that I am going to put down under where I'm cutting. And so I'm going to put the center, this side of my apple template in, and I bet you, to save myself some extra cutting, I am going to line the bottom up with the bottom edge, with the, yep, it'll end up looking like an apple. So I'm going to line up the bottom edge of my apple with the bottom edge of the book, so I don't have to cut quite as much. Okay. All right. So here we are. I am going to make sure that this is lined up. And they said you end up going through quite a few X-Acto knife blades as a possibility, depending upon how thick your book is. So we shall see. But I am suggesting you use extreme caution, especially with the X-Acto knife. Let's see how many pages I managed to cut there. You gotta get down to the, which you see, it's kind of hard. You gotta push a lot of pressure. And it doesn't look like, well, maybe it'll come out after I get all of the pages cut. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're just kind of rolling with this, folks. So I have never done this before. And we're going to see how we turn out. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can just tear some of these pages off so that it's, I guess you could save some of those, papers for junk journaling too. So there's nothing wasted here. Okay, so I'm just continuing to go around my apple template. I didn't think about how long this was actually going to take to trim all those pages. All right. We're making a mess, but that's okay. Oh, there's a few parts there and so I'm just kind of looking to see how many pages I managed to get cut. Okay. I'm going to tear off those so that they're not in my way. We're just going to keep going. Working around my template here. And then we'll switch over to the other side, hopefully. I think that's probably the reason why they told you to do it from the center of the book, so you weren't trying to cut through tons of pages. Oh yeah, paper mache, true. Oh, you're back. Oh well, thank you, Christina. All right. Okay, so we're just working our way down the pages, and I'm finding I'm having to put a lot of pressure just to get down the pages. So there we go. Now we're making headway. Okay. And hopefully I'll be able to kind of trim the top part of the book off, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm here to show you what not to do, or if you have a better way to do it, by all means. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stick those papers off to the side. Always use a good book page for your junk journals. Okay. Let's see how many more we managed to get. Awesome. There's little teeny tiny slivers of paper coming off everywhere, but we're making it. And it's getting a little bit easier to cut through the pages, because after you have several pages cut, you've kind of got an edge where your blade kind of leans up against. Oh, thank you, Rona. Love you to pieces, girl. All right. Okay. I think. Whew. Yes'm, yes'm. I can feel that I got down to my cutting pad. Hallelujah. Okay. Let's rip off those. So how is everybody doing today? Today has flown by like lightning speed. I feel like I didn't get everything done that I needed to get done at work today. And every time I turned around, it was like 2 hours later. So it was like crazy how fast the day flew by. Okay. Work wasn't good for you? When I got home, I started to, oh. You can't let people, you gotta just ignore what people say, because you're not going to be able to please everybody, especially where you work. And you just got to know what's important is what God calls you, and that is his daughter. You are the daughter of the king. You are in turn a princess, an heir for the throne. And that's the important thing, not what other people say to you. Okay, I'm going to take some of these extra little paper Okay, this is where we're at so far. So we got kind of half of our apple cut out. And so now I'm going to just kind of flip it over to use the other side. And I'm going to line it up where I need to. Let's see if I can try to cut that spline a little bit, because that's going to be the hardest part, I think. And if I can get a good start on it now, might be easier when I go to try to remove it. There we go. There's some of them that are coming off. All right. All right, so now I'm just going to try to work on doing the same thing on the other side, trying not to cut myself. Yes, it's great progress. Thank you. Oh, you had an outpointment. Oh, okay. I hope it wasn't anything serious. Do we need to pray for healing for you, Rona? All right, here we go. I don't know. All right, we're working on that. This is a new group, and I'm surprised that I have only got 3 sets of eyes on this event. All right. Okay, I'm just working my way. But I want to keep my cutting pad. Everything is complicated because I'm left-handed. Well, I think she was probably saying it to you, Christina. Or maybe she was saying it to both of us. All right. Let's see how we are doing. Woohoo! All right. We're working here. We're getting it. To everyone. Started a new treatment in September with your psychiatrist. Okay. Was really a meet and greet of the doctor and explain. Oh, okay. I gotcha. It shows 30 people on your screen? Oh my word, Barbara. Well, I hope that's true. That's very nice. That's awesome. And if you're watching and you haven't commented, please come in and comment, because what I'm going to do is at the end of my live, kind of like what Tanya was doing, is she was giving away some craft boxes or something. I have Happy Mail that I'm going to give away. I will take a drawing. I will do a drawing for whoever is commenting, but you have to comment because otherwise I won't know that you were here. So if you comment, come in, say hi, sprinkle me out, let me know that you were here, I can put your name in the drawing for some Happy Mail. I am doing that to celebrate and say thank you to the community for supporting me, because I hit, about a month ago, I hit 1,000 followers, and just my way of giving back and saying thank you. All right, so we're making progress here, folks. I know it may not look like it, but believe it or not, we are. Gonna pull off the next set of pages that I've cut here in just a second. Well, we love you too, Rona. We appreciate the fact that you are such a night owl and that you are willing to spend your nights with us. We love you for it. Okay. There's another one. It wasn't as many as I had hoped. All right. So here we are. We're actually getting really close, because now I can feel the ledge of all the pages that I've cut, and it's making it a little bit easier to cut the rest of the pages. I'm kind of having to continually move my thing around because my left hand. All right, here we go. I thought that this would be really cute, just kind of have as a shelf sitter. You did a project today? Oh, okay. You posted it on Facebook and in groups? Okay. I was trying to look for your recording that you had said that you had done the other day, Christina, and I, for some reason, could not find it. It wasn't showing. All it was showing was just the pictures of some of the things that you had made and some of the pictures of you and your friends, I believe, or family. You have anxiety issues? Oh, okay. Well, all right, Rona. We're gonna pray for that anxiety, girl. I totally get it. Certain situations I have anxiety too. But I totally get it. All right. Woo! Well, we're getting there. Okay. So we are in an event, a new event today, a new event group for myself. I've not been a part of this group before. We are a part of Creative Kinship's event group. And so if you're not already a member of the group, please go ahead and join. It's a free group, and that's where a lot of crafters that are your favorite crafters. And if you aren't already following, please like and follow all of the crafters that are in the event today, because it helps us out. All right. Woohoo! Here we go, folks. Whoops, that page wasn't all the way cut through. I did get a very, very sharp blade in my X-Acto knife, so I'm hoping that I don't dull it that fast by cutting through one book. Now, cutting through two, because I have a second book here, if I decide to do a second book. I just have it in case you couldn't find it either. Okay, Christina, you may have to double check that to make sure that you're... that when you go live, that it's saving on your page, girl. because I looked under your reels, I looked under everything, and I couldn't find when, you know, the recorded version of your live. Oh, you're just friends. I think that's why. Well, alrighty then. I thought you and I were already Facebook friends. Oh, I know. I was coming from my business page. That's probably why. So I probably have to come in from my personal page in order to see it, huh? Gotcha. That probably answers the question. All right. Here we go. Nope, got a few more. Oh, hi, Tanya. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you for this event. I appreciate that. Did you get done with your doctor's appointment? Okay. So I am just working on cutting out some pages in a book to make the shape of an apple. Now I have never done this before, and this kind of goes along with some of those book folding things, but I'm kind of thinking that this is okay. I knew we were. It may have just been that I tried to go on from my business page, and whereas coming on from my business page probably doesn't allow me to see everything. So I'll go back and double check and look from my personal page. Thank you, Christina. Okay, here we go. We're almost there. Where am I at? Oh, it's been 30 minutes already. My goodness. It's taken me 30 minutes to cut this apple out. So this is probably like beginner stage book folding. To be honest, I've never done book folding before, and I've always been very curious about it. But I know it takes a lot of patience, and if you do something really complicated, you have to kind of follow the instructions on the book folding, because you have to number pages, you have to measure things, and I don't know if that's my kind of gig or not. It's one of those things. It's like, does that takes a lot of extra work and effort, and I am like, not sure that I'm about that. I like to have results quickly. All right. Maybe. We're here. Okay, just finishing cutting out, hopefully, the last. Let's see if I can get that spine cut. Ooh, I did. I managed to get the spine cut, folks. Hallelujah. Okay. Well, there's a couple sections that didn't get cut all the way through. Okay. Let me run my knife through this one more time. Well, let's see. Woohoo! Okay. Here we are. All right. Yay! It's a celebration. Okay. Whew. Okay, I have a whole bunch of paper shavings. Let me clean this off real fast so that I can not have them like stuck all over everything that I'm trying to do. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, what it says to do next, or what it said, I don't have my instructions in front of me. Yeah, book folding. You go with the flow. I hear ya. All right. Right now it kind of looks like a butterfly. Let me see. It says to kind of glue the spine together. And I think probably then what I'll do is glue these two pages together so it keeps the book open. But let's give it a shot and see what happens. I'm just using my Beacon 3-in-1. I'm just going to run it down the center of the spine. Let's see what happens. Oh, come on, Beacon, don't. All right. And then I think this page, if I were to stick them together, yeah, we're going to just do a little bit and see what happens. Because that will cover the spine so nobody can see it. But then what you're supposed to do, I think you kind of have to open up kind of a, just got to be careful not to have the pages like pull off the spine. I don't know. This was a new book, and it kind of, a new book meaning that when I got it from the thrift store, it did not look like any kid had used it. And that's not the reason why I chose it. I just chose it because it wasn't very thick. Yeah, oh, pumpkins. Yes, ma'am. Great thought. Okay, so I imagine it'll take a little bit and I'm not going to spend the time to go through each page and kind of fold it open. Thank you, Christina. Fold each one open, but you can kind of see the direction that we're going here. Hold on a minute. I got to wipe my glue because it's bubbling on me. And we're going to put the lid back on. Okay. So you can kind of see that it looks like an apple in so much. But I think what you have to do, because they didn't explain this, is that you have to kind of work on opening the pages so that it kind of flares out. But what I want to do, here you go, you can kind of, yeah. So it's going to take a little bit to do that, but that's okay. So you can kind of get the gist of what I'm aiming for in an apple, right? With the pages on the sides. Okay. So one of the things that it suggested, wow, 397 followers. Good for you. All right. Keep working at it. You'll get there. It's a little bit different when you're operating not in a public page, but it's probably safer that way because then you don't get hacked. All right. So here we are. Okay. So one of the things, So, and I think at the end, after I do this, then you can see I can probably break it in half because I don't want it to be such a big stem. But then I'll glue the stem in there so you can kind of see that it will be an apple. But one of the things that they had suggested was coloring the edges of the pages. So while they're kind of still together, I'll do that. Now, I have several different things. What will I do? I'll tell you what. So I have these really cool Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils. And so you color with them, and then they actually, you can use water and you can blend them. So I'm gonna grab my paper plate here, and what we are going to do, sorry, just trying to figure out how to fit everything on this little table of mine. So let me try to use the colored pencil. Now let's see if I can get some water and how that will look. It kind of looks pink. So let's see. Probably want more water. Oh yeah. I think it'd probably work better if you had some watercolors. I don't have watercolors. Let's see if my pastels, they work with water. See what those do. And I'll show you kind of the difference, and we can decide what we like. Yeah, those are not going to need more water. So it's a liquid pastel. I kind of like the way the water looks, maybe. Haha, I just had a brain fart. Okay. I'm just adding water to the edge of my page. And then go in with my pastel. So it's like a watercolor pastel. It's kind of hard to explain, but maybe with the water, it'll actually kind of bleed into the, well, but you can kind of see with the red on the edges. So let's see if I can do a bigger group of them. Let's try seeing if how that will work. I'm just going to add water to the edge of my pages, because what I want it to do is kind of seep into the pages. And then let's see if we can't add some color. Oh, hi, Michelle. Howdy, friend. Yeah, I think the watercolor, I like the and I just, speaking of school theme, I don't have any of that stuff anymore. My son used to have watercolors out the wazoo but now he's graduated college, so we don't have any of that stuff anymore. So let's see what this looks like. Worst case scenario is that I spend more time just with the watercolor pencil. But that's kind of what you're looking for. So my apple with the red edges kind of starts kind of showing. Yeah. And it's kind of dripping into the edges of the paper. So once it dries and I can get the pages kind of all, yeah, that works. I'll have to get the pages all separated. Is your day going better today, Michelle? We are in an event today. We are in brand new group for me is Creative Kinship event group. And I am about in the middle of the pack. And we have up after me, we have Heather with Creating with Love and Grace. So she is next up in the event. All right, so I got more water. Let's get some more red. I like this this chalk red though, because it's really nice and bright. Yeah, the water pastels are actually surprisingly bright, aren't they? Let me see. I just have to water the pages beforehand so that the pastels kind of take. Yes, you're having a better day. Fantastic. I'm so glad. All right. So all right. So that's the other set of pages. And probably, I'm thinking, now I've not done, like I said, I've not done this before, but then you have to just kind of work on separating the pages so that it fans out. And this one had kind of a tight spine. So it may be something worthwhile, just thinking about it. It may be worthwhile, so before you actually start cutting your pages, that you start kind of loosening up the pages in the spine, just so that you can see, how to make it work. And maybe it will then kind of fan out a little bit better. So, and if you're new to me, I just ask that you like and follow. And if you're watching, come in and comment, and I will put your name in a drawing. Because I about a month ago reached 1,000 followers, and I am just saying thank you for following me and sending out some happy mail after drawing a name. So if you are here with us and you're not commenting, please come in, say hi, let me know, and then your name will get added to the drawing. You're doing lives every Thursday. So you're doing them in the morning though. This Thursday at 11 a.m. Central. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I will do my level best. Unfortunately, I work full-time, and a lot of times I have customer meetings during the day. So that's why I don't go live during the day, is because I have to work. I work full-time. All right. So we are finishing up the last of the red around the edges. Oh, I probably should do the bottom too, huh? Okay. Just going to finish up here. Let me do the bottom real quick. Seems to be going a little bit faster. And I can put all these pages together, so. Right. Just trying to pick up the pastel pigment on the paintbrush. I have to dip it in water every time to be able to pick up the pigment. But that is what we're looking at right now. Okay. All right, so I'll probably spend a little bit of time kind of working on getting the pages to fan out a little bit. It's 5 p.m., so 11 a.m. Central Time is 5 p.m. in the UK. That's dinner time for you guys. All right, looky here. So here we are. This is an apple. It's supposed to be an apple, but as Rona pointed out, this could absolutely work to be a pumpkin too, especially the fall. So you're off work on Thursdays? Oh, and Fridays. So that's why you go live. Gotcha. Yes, ma'am. So your weekends are Thursdays and Fridays. I gotcha. Okay. So, all right. So the next thing, so hopefully you guys can kind of see that. Let me move this out of the way. Let me put this back, and then we will work on gluing our stem of our apple. And I'm thinking, let's see, do I have any right close by? Any green? Oh, I do. Because what I can do, let's see, I want my junky scissors, is you can cut out a couple leaves for your apple. Okay. That's what's up. You have a small place. Your junk journaling stuff sits right here next to me, and I can access it. All right. Okay. So here's my stem. Now, I think probably what I'll have to do is, so I have my beacon. I didn't get my hot glue tool out to get it working in advance, but that is certainly okay because it'll take a minute to hold it, but then you'll be able to see the stem. And just take a second. That it's working well. Thank you. All right. So here we are. And so what you can do, and I think because this is going to be visible from both sides, you might want to, this other side has like Easter stuff on it, chickens and stuff, but you might be wanting to do a double-sided leaf so that if people look at it from another direction, you can actually just see that they're all leaves and not. All right. Okay. Just kind of sticking my leaf in here, kind of on the stem at the moment. And let me see if I can put a little bit of heat to it to dry it. If not, we may have to, oh, I'm running out of time anyway. As I say, it takes longer for the heat tool to. All right. Let me try trimming this just a little bit. Okay. All right. Just gonna whip out Beacon again. Give myself a little bit of glue. Get it up. Wasn't enough. I had to put just a little bit more on. Now we are gluing it to a natural stick. Oh, okay. No worries. Thank you for letting us know, Christina. Okay. So there we go. Let me clean off this so that my lid doesn't stick onto my glue when I want to use it. Okay. And here you are. My apple. My book apple. That's not bad. It's going to take a little bit for it to start kind of fanning out. And you can see there's my stem, which is just a regular stick out of the yard. And then I put a couple green leaves on them. And now I have an apple shelf sitter, which could potentially in the future become a pumpkin. There you have it. I have just a few minutes left, and what I wanted to do was to make sure, do we have any prayer requests? And if we do, I would love to be able to pray for you. I have Rona written down to help her with her anxiety. Christina, do you need anything? Or Barbara, anybody else have any other prayer requests? I'm happy to pray for you. And then thank you. I appreciate that, Rona. It's a gift for a teacher. You could write on one of the leaves. That's actually a very good idea. Yeah, because you certainly could. It could be a teacher's gift. And you could you could add a tag to it as well. So even if not writing on the leaves, you could add a tag to it. Do I have, oh, here we go. I have these. And I don't have my stamps handy. They're tucked away, but you could certainly stamp on a tag, yes, #1 teacher or best teacher ever or whatever you want to put on it. So there, and then you could certainly hang the tag from the stem kind of with best teacher, those kinds of things on it as well. So thank you for the good idea. Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here, Donnell, but you had friends that had to evacuate. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, tag is a great idea. You know, it was your idea, Rhoda. But okay, thank you, Donnell. So I guess real quick, I'll share with you since maybe not everybody knows. So I reside in Idaho as well as Donnell. Donnell is one of my friends here locally that thank you for popping in. And here, not only here in Idaho, I think maybe some of you were on one of my lives where I was sharing a little bit about the fires all around us. Seems like both sides of the Boise area, there have been grass fires just blazing, and a lot of the stuff to the west was blocking and jumping the freeway. So you're talking about four lane freeway, fires were jumping the 4 lanes of freeway onto the other side just because we had such high winds, and it was just horribly awful. Well, the same thing is happening in Spokane. Spokane is actually, there was a lot of forests that were on fire, and it's actually starting to burn houses now, which is horrible, horrible, horrible. And there's tons of evacuations. And so we really can please keep Spokane in your prayers. And so we will make sure we do that as well. As of recent, there was a shooting in Twin Falls here in Idaho. So we're gonna pray for all the people affected during that shooting as well. So we'll pray for all the Twin Falls people as well. All right. Is there any other? Now, if you have dropped a prayer request and I am not seeing it, it's not because I don't want to see it. It's probably because Mr. FB has not allowed me to see it. But if you have it, I will see it because I'm going to go pick up the names and do a drawing afterwards. And what I will do is, if you have provided a prayer request and I didn't see it, I will add it to my prayer regiment as well. So please know that. And if you're not willing to or interested in sharing in public, ultimately being on the live, you are welcome to share with that directly to me. You can message me and I am happy to pray with you. So if you will, let's please, if you will, just bow your heads in prayer and we will close this off. Dear Lord, we come to you with great thanksgiving and opportunity to be able to craft together, and we give you the glory for this time, and we honor you for that. Lord, we come to you with some petition prayers. Lord, we just ask that you help Christina with her recovery of her shoulder and the physical therapy that she's continuing to have, Lord, and we just ask that you make sure that this is entirely pain-free. That she is successful in recuperating the muscles and the tissues in her shoulder, Lord, and we just ask for full regeneration there. Lord, we ask that you lift up Rona. She is suffering with anxiety, and we just ask that in the name of Jesus Christ, anxiety is to be gone and immediately removed from her body so that she no longer suffers for any of those anxiety reasons, Lord. And we just ask that you show her that it is gone, that is no longer something she has to suffer with, Lord. And we ask that you also be with all of the people in the wake of the fire in Spokane. Keep every single family that is having to be removed from their homes safe, and that you put a hedge of protection around all of the rest of the homes that have not been destroyed by those fires, Lord. And we ask that you protect those firefighters that are out there trying to fight all of the fires in Idaho, in Oregon, and in Washington, Lord. And we just ask all of this in your loving name. Amen. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Go and just refresh your screen because Heather with Creating with Love and Grace should be on. Hi, Janet, girlfriend. I'm at the end of my live, but thank you for popping on and saying that, or letting me know that you were here. So refresh. We're in a creative kinship event group today. So just refresh your screen. If you're not a part of that group, go over and check that group out. Heather is up with, she is with Creating with Love and Grace. And I thank you guys so much. I love you all, and God bless.